It was supposed to be a simple birthday photo, just a proud family sharing a special moment. But within hours, social media was flooded with reactions as people couldn't stop talking about Princess Lilibet. Some were amazed by how much she'd grown. Others were stunned by the overwhelming response the photo received. And as the comments poured in, one thing became clear. This wasn't just another birthday picture. It had sparked a conversation nobody saw coming. Look at this photo for what it actually is. Not a scandal, not a crisis, not some breaking royal emergency that requires a panel of experts and 3 days of tabloid panic. It's a dad smiling at his daughter. That's it. And honestly, that's probably what annoys some people the most, because Prince Harry looks happy. You know what I noticed first? Not the titles, not the royal connections, not the endless family drama people keep trying to drag back into the conversation. I noticed the grin. That man is looking at his little girl the way every proud parent looks at their kid when they can't believe how fast time is moving. One minute you're carrying a baby, next minute they're running around the garden, touching flowers and acting like they own the place. Parents watching this photo know exactly what I'm talking about. And Lilibet? Good luck convincing anybody she's still a baby. People online were practically doing double takes. Wait, she's that big already? That was half the internet. Seriously, where did the time go? The funniest part is watching some commentators desperately trying to turn a birthday photo into a political debate. Mate, she's a little girl in a summer dress looking at flowers. The flower doesn't care about palace gossip, the grass isn't taking sides, the trees aren't sitting there discussing constitutional matters. It's a kid having a birthday. Normal people see this picture and think, oh, that's nice. Only in royal watching circles can a child touching a flower become a 5-hour argument. And let's give Meghan some credit too, because whatever people think about her, this photo doesn't scream celebrity circus. It feels calm. No giant production, no flashing lights, no attempt to make the moment about anyone except the child. That's probably why so many people connected with it. Regular families understand these moments. The random photos you take because your kid looked cute. The snapshots that end up meaning more than the expensive pictures. The little memories that become the big memories later. That's what this feels like. And Harry? You can see why he fought so hard for privacy. Forget all the noise for a second. Every parent understands wanting your kids to have space to grow up without strangers turning every moment into a headline. Looking at this photo, you don't see a prince, you see a dad. You don't see royal drama, you see family. And maybe that's why the picture landed the way it did. Because people are exhausted. Exhausted by the endless feuds, exhausted by the outrage machine, exhausted by people treating every family photo like it contains hidden messages from a spy movie. Sometimes a birthday photo is just a birthday photo. Sometimes a little girl is just enjoying her day. And sometimes the most powerful thing about a picture is how normal it feels. That's what jumped out at me, not the royal connection, the normality. The smiles, the warmth, the reminder that underneath all the headlines, all the documentaries, all the arguments, and all the noise, there's still a father looking at his daughter with pride and a little girl enjoying being 5 years old. Most people can relate to that, and that's probably why this photo hit home. Can we just take a second and appreciate something? Princess Lilibet is 5 years old. 5. Honestly, where does the time go? One minute people are talking about her birth, and the next minute she's running around gardens, getting taller, and making parents everywhere feel ancient. And looking at these birthday photos, the first thing that jumps out isn't royal drama, it isn't headlines, it isn't gossip, it's happiness. That's what regular people see. A little girl celebrating her birthday, a family enjoying a special moment, the kind of thing happening in millions of homes every single day. The internet can be a strange place. Give people a photo of a child on her birthday, and somehow, somebody, somewhere, will try to turn it into a national emergency. Relax, it's cake time, not crisis time. What I love about these photos is how normal they feel. No giant spectacle, no flashing neon signs screaming for attention, just a family making memories. And let's be honest, every parent watching knows the feeling. Birthdays sneak up on you. One day your kid needs help tying their shoes, next day they're correcting your pronunciation and acting like they pay the mortgage. 5 is a big deal too. At that age, kids have opinions about everything. Everything. The color of the balloons matter, the flavor of the cake matters, the exact placement of a single birthday candle suddenly becomes a matter of international importance. That's childhood, and it's wonderful. For Harry, these moments probably mean even more. People spend so much time talking about titles, institutions, and endless family feuds that they forget something simple. The man is a father, a proud father. You can see it in the photos. You don't need a body language expert. You don't need a panel discussion. You don't need 20 articles explaining what a smile means. The smile is doing all the work. And Meghan deserves credit too. Whatever opinions people have, it's clear that protecting their children and giving them a happy childhood has always been high on their priority list. Looking at these pictures, you don't see stress, you don't see chaos, you see a family enjoying a milestone. And honestly, that's something worth celebrating, because life moves fast, too fast. Those birthday photos we take today become the memories we treasure tomorrow. So, from one ordinary human being to another, happy 5th birthday to Lilibet. May there be lots of laughter, lots of cake, lots of presents, and absolutely no interest whatsoever in what strangers on the internet are arguing about. That's the real win. Not headlines, not drama, just a little girl having a great birthday surrounded by people who love her. And that's exactly how it should be. Now, here's the part that really made me laugh. The second these birthday photos hit social media, people completely lost track of time. Seriously, half the comments weren't even about royalty. They were basically people having an age crisis. Everyone was saying the same thing. Wait, she's 5 already? That's when you know you're getting older. Somebody else's child has a birthday and suddenly you're questioning how fast the last 5 years disappeared. As the posts started rolling in, one thing became obvious. The mood wasn't anger, it wasn't drama, it wasn't the usual nonsense where people argue over absolutely everything. The mood was surprisingly warm. People were happy for her, genuinely happy. One user wrote, "Happy birthday, Lily. Wishing you a life filled with love, laughter, happiness, and security. May you know your worth and follow your dreams." Now that's the kind of energy the internet needs more of. No fighting, no weird conspiracy theories, just someone wishing a child a happy future. Imagine that. Another person got a little emotional and wrote, 5 years ago, the sweetest little princess of them all was born. Like her grandmother Diana watching from heaven, she runs like the wind, bringing joy wherever she goes. And whether people agree with every word or not, you can feel the affection behind it. That's what stood out. The warmth, the kindness, the simple fact that people were looking at these photos and seeing a little girl growing up. Not a headline, not a controversy, not a battlefield for endless royal arguments. A kid. And honestly, that's refreshing, because social media can be a rough neighborhood sometimes. You open an app looking for birthday wishes, and 5 minutes later, people are arguing about things that happened 20 years ago. But this felt different. A lot of the comments had the same themes running through them. People were surprised by how much Lilibet has grown. People were talking about how happy she looked. People were wishing her well. And a lot of people couldn't stop talking about that famous red hair. Let's be real, the internet has decided that red hair is now a major international event. Every new photo arrives, and suddenly thousands of amateur detectives appear. Yep, definitely Harry's daughter. Case closed, investigation over. The public has reached a verdict. What I found interesting was how many comments focused on the future. People weren't talking about titles, they weren't talking about status, they were talking about happiness, confidence, security, dreams, the same things ordinary parents want for their own children. Because when you strip away all the royal labels, that's where most people connect. Every parent wants their child to grow up loved. Every parent wants them to be safe. Every parent wants them to chase their dreams without fear. That's not a royal thing, that's a human thing. And looking through these reactions, that's exactly what I saw. Not obsession, not celebrity worship, just people seeing a little girl celebrating a birthday and hoping she has a wonderful life ahead of her. Honestly, the world could use a little more of that. So here's to Princess Lilibet on her 5th birthday. 5 years old already. Honestly, somebody needs to explain how time is moving this fast because the math is not mathing. 1 minute she was a newborn, and the next minute she's out there stealing the spotlight without even trying. We wish her nothing but happiness, laughter, adventure, and enough birthday cake to make every dentist nervous. We wish Harry and Meghan many more years of family memories, backyard adventures, birthday celebrations, and those moments parents never forget.